Hey, I'm Rob Mitchell, creator of the SDCC Way and author of Convert Clients. I've led sales teams that scaled from $0 to $100 million in annual revenue within 3 years. And today, I want to rewire how you think about speed. Everyone wants to close faster. But here's what neuroscience shows. When you apply pressure, you trigger defense. The amygdala, the part of the brain that scans for danger, fires off, and the buyer's mind closes before the deal ever can. Real speed doesn't come from pressure. It comes from safety. Because in the human brain, trust is the new speed. Every buyer has a subconscious trust gap. It's invisible, but it decides everything. If their brain doesn't feel safe, logic won't land. In the SDCC way, we open every conversation with what I call the situation phase. It's where you mirror their world so precisely that their nervous system says, "This person gets me." At that moment, cortisol drops, and oxytocin, the trust chemical, rises. Now, the prefrontal cortex re-engages. They start thinking clearly again. That's when speed begins. The 10-minute close isn't about rushing. It's about removing resistance. 5 questions, 1 flow. Each maps to a phase of SDCC: situation, doubt, consequence, certainty, self, plus guide. When you stack these questions in sequence, you collapse time. What used to take 6 months of follow-ups now happens in a single, relaxed conversation, because their brain feels safe enough to decide. One of my clients was averaging 90-day closes. We didn't overhaul their whole process. We rewired just their first 5 minutes. They slowed their tone, mirrored the prospect's exact language, and asked, "Can I paint a picture of what I'm hearing?" Then they repeated back what the buyer had said, but vividly. They used imagery that helped the buyer see their current situation for what it really was. And then came the line that changed everything. Where in your life have you quietly lowered your standards because of this? Silence, then ownership, then yes. That one simple yet profound change compressed their sales cycle from 90 days to closing a $35K deal in just 10 minutes. No pressure, no discount, just alignment. This isn't manipulation, it's mind alignment. If you're ready to experience how trust can compress a 6 to 12-month sales cycle into a 10-minute close, text workshop to 1-205-946-4568 to grab your free seat in the 10-minute close workshop. We'll break down the full 5-question blueprint live. And if you lead a sales team and want this installed across your organization, or if you're scaling solo and know you are ready to leave your old operating system behind and are ready to step into your new level of success, text Neuro to 1-205-946-4568 to schedule a private neuro audit call. Because once you sell with the brain in mind, you'll never go back to pressure again. Rewire minds, convert clients, scale freedom. Rob Mitchell, the exec hero.